What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Girl Games podcast. I'm Amber P,
I'm Alexis Nicole.
and we have our mascot of the day.
Say hi. Nope.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the adorable Bonnie. She's like the sweetest puppy in the world. I love her.
She thinks she's a lap dog.
I should make that the thumbnail.
Dad said you are a lap dog. Yeah,
Yeah,
cute.
she's a sweet girl. All right, y'all. So last time we uploaded, it was Alexis, myself, and Krista for the posing seminar. Since then, we have done a lot of traveling. So we were all in Orlando for Girl Power. Alexis competed, and then we had the seminar the next day. But I guess we'll do like a recap of the whole week from Monday all the way to Sunday because it was a long week, but it was by far like one of the best times ever.
Yes. So Amber flew to me Monday of peak week for Girl Power to update my hair, hang out. She updated the hair color and then put a treatment in it. What did you do?
So I updated your hair color and then I did a treatment on the ends just simply because like over time, like with hair color, especially if you're someone who has curly hair, natural hair, and then you are getting it color processed, especially with bleach or highlighting, you want to make sure those ends are hydrated because just like our hair by default, just the scientific structure of it is on the drier side. So we did a mask and her hair felt so good. I know y'all are probably like, what mask did you use? So I've been using Amika in my salon studio and I love it. And they have a treatment called The Cure. It comes in a green bottle. I hope and pray it's accessible to the public now that I'm thinking about it because I don't know if I've ever seen it. I feel like it is. If it's not, there's an actual mask. But the one that I use, it's like a little tube and you just squirt it on the hair and you work it in. You can leave it on as a treatment, rinse it off, backtrack. You can put it on, let it sit for a minute, rinse it off, or you can leave it on. I left it on Alexis's hair so that way she could have like a little extra love and care. And her hair felt so good. Like it was like butter.
Yeah, I just watched it last night and I had that moment of like, it's kind of too soft. Is there still conditioner in it?
Yeah.
But I rinsed it, and then that was just the textures.
It's like, ooh, it's nice and soft. And so that was on Monday. And then Tuesday, I did Morgan and Chloe's hair. So both of them are red, but a different variation of red. So Morgan, who's super cute, and she literally looks like Scarlett Johansson with this hair, and I'm so here for it. She has like more of like a cowboy copper red, and then Chloe is more of like a richer on the verge of red violet. So that was really fun to do for them. And that was all we did on Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday morning, we flew to Orlando. Had to hustle a little bit because the bag check situation. So I always buy our bags online because it's like $5 cheaper. And then when you go to the kiosk, you just scan your boarding pass. It prints out the bag tags, you tag it, drop it, and go on about your business through TSA. But for some reason, the machine wouldn't work. Like it just kept saying you have to see an attendant. So we get in line, and Amber's machine worked, but she comes with us. We're next in line, and we stand there for 30 minutes. Like there's two people at the counter, and then us in line, and we stood there and stood there and stood there, and then we get up there, and the lady doesn't know what the issue is either. Weighs our bags, tags them, but that put us behind. So then we go through TSA, and by the time we got through TSA, we had just to kind of hustle to our gate, and then they were boarding. So it was a little bit of a like hustle morning, I guess. And then we fly to Orlando. It was nice that we were all on the same flight because then we all land at the same time, get the car and all of that. A little hiccup in the week. Martin had a very badly injured tooth. His whole face was swollen, and it needed to be addressed. So we had to get the bags, drive around, ask for early check-in, to the Airbnb and then go to the dentist. So that's the first thing we did in Orlando. Go to the dentist, get that handled, get back, and then we had to train. So trained first night we trained at just the like the clubhouse in the Airbnb neighborhood, which was nice that that was available because we just did a little 8-minute walk over there. Got that handled, trained at Kissimmee on Thursday, and then um washed my hair. Amber blew it out for me. So I got pampered and didn't have to straighten it myself. And then Friday was athlete check-ins and Saturday was the show. So we spent the week together. Lindsay and her husband got there Friday. McKenna got there Friday. So had like a little Airbnb house of our crew. Competed on Saturday. Amber also did something different with my hair. My makeup was very similar to what we've done in the past, but she put extensions in my hair. So my hair is very long, and they were like my dark hair color, extension color. So it just gave like more depth to my hair. As far as color, and kept it from blending a little too much with my tan. Um, and I think honestly that was my favorite like hair and makeup look so far. I really like the curls from the Arnold in Ohio. But I like the length and like the depth of the girl power look.
I agree. I loved the Arnold look. Like beautiful, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's just one of those things where like obviously Alexis and I are very spoiled because we have each other. It's just like I help her, she helps me. And so when I was looking at her photos from the Arnold, like I love the look, but granted with an Arnold US, her tan being a little lighter, I just felt like, okay, I need to adjust because I didn't realize how blonde I made you until I saw you on stage. I was like, oh, okay, that's really
I
blonde.
liked it.
I loved it. It looked so good, but of course, like we had to think about stage and whatnot. So I put low lights in. So basically, add dimension, break it up a little bit. So she's still blonde, but I just added more of her natural in to break it up. And then for her extensions, I got those in a color that was her natural tone as well. And just like everything, the way the color came together, like the curls, the length of it, I was like, okay, we have nailed the look, which goes to show like it takes time to nail the look. No one just like gets it right out the go. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important to try different things, to test different things, because I mean, you honestly don't know until you try.
Yeah, and it's fun to play with different things and see what you like and don't like. We've done the whole range. I feel like we've done curls that didn't stay when I done myself back in the first days. Then I did straight hair for a really long time. Um, and then we've done soft wave curls with like volume up here. I did curly for Prague. And then we started learning the like volume and curl combo that like looks the best. So I'm really happy with that. And I was very privileged to have Amber all week long. Um,
I just had a thought. Next show, if you're game, we're still going to keep the same style. How do you feel if we do that with the middle part?
I like middle part.
I know I because especially now like with the color and how long we have it, I'm like, sorry.
So stay tuned because there's more
Yeah.
looks to come.
Yes.
Uh, Competed Saturday, placed sixth, which is probably my worst placing at a qualifying show. Um, or really in general, outside of like my Olympia placings. So not the best. Definitely not what I was going for, but really my physique just kind of wasn't responding how we wanted it to. And that just comes down to a really long prep and competing over and over and over for a long time. When we were like calculating it, I haven't taken more of like a 12-week rest of like getting calories up, less cardio, all of that since before my pro card. So like that was
Wow.
the longest time. I competed in July and then didn't compete again until June. So like a year between shows. And then since then there's been, let's see, 4 to 5 months between my shows, max.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
2 or 3 months of rest max and then pushing
Mhm.
into another show. So eventually it catches up with you and it caught up with me. So um we initially planned to do St. Louis this weekend, so we're going to do shows back to back. The idea, of course, was to try to get 2 wins, get that qualification, and be done. But after prejudging, I talked to Boss, my coach, and it doesn't make sense to one push the body further when it's saying no. Two, it wasn't winning at that show, and there's not much change you can do with back to back peak weeks. You can change the peak, but you can't change the physique. Um, and spending all the money to get to the show. So it just didn't make sense. So we're reversing now. And then we will just kind of game plan once my body starts responding and see what's available, what we can do, and what the options are, what makes the most sense. Right now, as far as like points, I'm like fourth in the standings. That will obviously change as shows continue. So we'll just see where that goes as far as qualifying for the Olympia and make a plan later. But your girl was tired. This is the first day where I feel like I can do things that I want to do. Like have the energy, have the body ability. There's a lot of like body fatigue still post show. It's not that it's gone, but it's slowly improving. Brain is working, all of that stuff. So haven't gone back to training quite yet. I will probably go back into the gym tomorrow. I was waiting for a day of like feeling normal
For
and then
sure.
I'd go back the next day. So today I can get all the house tasks that I've been trying to do, and I've been slowly working on them, but not at the pace that I would prefer. So I can get some of my checklists done and get life a little bit back on track. It kind of takes a side quest when you're doing shows back to back to back.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Absolutely. I mean, because we like post show is always takes time to recover, and I definitely needed a few extra days
Yeah, and
to
I'm thinking
recover.
about it the other day because it's not like post show blues in the normal sense or like um FOMO or anything. Like I'm happy to be resting. I'm happy to not be getting on stage right now. Um it was more like is like I was like thinking of hormones and I feel like it's mostly like dopamine. Like this
Oh,
constant dopamine dump of like getting ready for show, getting ready for show, the next show. Like you guys know that I love getting on stage. So it's like for a long time it's like anticipating the
mhm.
next, looking, and then it's like you had all this dopamine dump like so many times back to back, and then it's like chills. Not that you're not getting dopamine from other things, but it's like you don't have the adrenaline that happens on show day or peak week
Your
and
normal dopamine.
yeah. um so that's what I felt like it was for me. It wasn't like sadness or anything. It was just like not motivated to do much, like,
Yeah.
but I'm a busybody. So then I also feel guilty to myself for sitting on the couch. So I'm like, I know I have things that I want to do, but I don't want to do them,
Mhm.
but I do want to do them. So that's how my week's
Mm.
been.
No, that's, I mean, it's understandable because like we get like no matter like there's seasons for a reason, right? And you were in the season of compete, go, go, go. So then when it's not there, it's like, oh, it's kind of like post holiday, like all the holiday bustle. And then when the holidays
Yeah.
are over, it's like, oh, then I have
Yeah.
to recalibrate.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how it's been.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but and I love that, and it's important for all athletes to hear, no matter if you're a pro or amateur. It's just like the body's got to rest. We can want to go all day long, but if your body is showing signs that, hey, girl, have a seat, please have a seat because it's not going to get you the result that you want in the end. Like, you are not smarter than your body. You're just not.
No. Um, so it's like looking forward to the next things. So we can focus on Amber's prep and get her ready for her shows. Um, we will take some kind of a vacation, like a real vacation that doesn't include videographers or work or anything. And I said, I don't care where, just a beach and margaritas.
You absolutely, and I love that. Just straight chill, don't have to be on, because what people don't realize is like that's work. That's work, and we love what we do. We love what we do, but creating content, being a bodybuilder, being a coach, like all of that stuff, being a makeup artist, like that is work whenever you have to, do it on camera. So to just like disconnect from that is going to be so good. Girl, get you a margarita. I love that.
So
Yeah.
that's the plan.
Good plan.
Um,
Hmm.
we did have the
Okay.
posting seminar.
Yes. Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
that went really well. Um, a much larger range of like experience within competitors, which was cool. So not only were we giving advice, but you guys that came got to one, meet each other, make friends within the sport, which is not the easiest thing to do when you're at shows competing actively.
Mhm.
Um, and then also you guys were helping each other. So um, that was a really good experience. It's definitely grown since last year to this year. So we've already like even that evening we were already game planning like how can we improve this for next year?
Yeah. Yeah. Manager Martin and Murillo. I was like, whoa, boys. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we got support.
We got a lot of support. We got a lot of support. And it was so cool. Like, I almost cried when she told us she drove 8 hours. It's like 8 hours to see us. I don't know that I would have driven 8 hours to see us. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was just like, and I want to say her name. I want to shout her out because I know her email is like swole granny, and I just thought that was everything when I was going through sending all the updates and whatnot. Hold on, I want to shout you out because I thought that was freaking amazing, and I'm so sorry I can't remember your name off the top of my head. Oh no, where is it? I can't find it. That makes me sad. Okay, I can't find it. I'm so sorry. You know who you are. We love you, Alexis, and I appreciate you driving that far because that is absolutely insane.
Yeah. She drove 8 hours. I think she said with her daughter road tripped,
Yeah.
spent the day in Orlando and then saw us that next day. And then
Lanisha.
yes, there you go. Another competitor flew in. I'm not going to drop her name because I don't know if she was
Mhm.
actually off work or not.
Okay.
Um,
Protect our people.
but flew in and we were like checking our phones just to make sure that we didn't have messages from anyone as we were starting to get started. And um, I was like, nope, it's okay. She's at the airport. She just landed. And the girls are
Yeah.
like, what? I'm like, yeah. We had some girls fly in last year, um, which is really cool. And then also shows competitors like dedication just to learn, whether it's us or other um, seminars that are hosted by someone else. Um, oh, some of us are privileged that we have things right down the road, but a lot of us are not. So those who are like in states that have a little bit less activity from pros or just those in the industry in general, um, try to get to something. Most like my clients, my posing clients, I tell them like get to a show at some point before you get on stage because we can tell you all the things to expect and exactly how a show runs and all of the scenarios that they might put you through on stage, but it helps a ton to see it rather than just conceptualize it. Um, and then understand how a show runs, what it looks like, what's the level of body conditioning that's needed, all of that stuff, to see it in real life in person is super helpful. But then the seminars is a more like intimate way of like asking the questions that you might be afraid to ask a stranger,
Mhm.
or learning things that you didn't know. Like several girls were very surprised that you shave everything. When we went over tanning and skin prep and all of that, like shaving your arms and stuff, like literally the whole body. So um, there are a lot of questions that you might not feel comfortable asking, but in a setting where there's many more girls who also don't know, it's a lot easier to ask those comfortably.
Mhm. And the one thing that I love too is like even girls who, are more advanced and they've been in it, I love getting their feedback too because they were saying, "Oh no, like yeah, okay, I've been posing for a while, but even still some of the conversations or just some of the things that we say, it's like, oh, it clicks or it might just be that one encouraging piece that they need to get them to the finish line because listen, you can get to a point where you just feel a little weary or a little unsure. So just having that extra encouragement and support is key. And then I also love for the bikini girls that I had two very different groups. So I had two athletes who had never stepped on stage before. And then I had other girls who are like getting ready to walk on the national stage. So I love that I was able to like run it like an actual show because I know when I first started out, if I would have had that, that would have helped me so much because I was lost on show
Yeah.
day. I had no clue what was going on. I was backstage by myself. Like no one was telling me anything. I had no clue where to be. I didn't know what was happening on stage, how it was going to be ran. So I thought, okay, let's show them like how it actually is. Do the comparisons, do the individuals, do the call outs, move them around because that is so helpful when you've never competed before.
Yep, and that's also why we limit the number of signups.
Yeah.
Honestly, learning from this year, we may have to limit it per division,
Mhm.
um, because we did have a wide range. So then having like the number of girls that we had was great, because we could each address our like Amber focused on bikini, I focused on wellness. We both had national level competitors and then brand new getting on stage for the first time competitors. Those had been practicing their posing just on their own. Some had posing coaches. Some never put heels on in their life. So going over things step by step, we had buttons. We could call your numbers out. Um, and that was kind of an improvement from last year and worked really well. And so each year we're just learning like, how can we make this better? How can we improve this? And then just give back a little bit from things that we were like, this would have been helpful in 2019.
Sure. I'm thinking what we'll do next time is for the sign up form, maybe have some kind of option for like true novice so that way we can know like who has never, because I think that'll be helpful going into, because then it
Yeah,
can just help us structure better. Yeah.
yeah, I agree. If you guys are listening and you have suggestions, you can DM the Girl Gains Instagram. I think that's a good idea. Things you liked, things you didn't like,
Mhm.
all of that stuff, so that we can improve.
And shout out to Krista. We love Krista so much. She had a booth at Girl Power. So hopefully, if you were there, you were able to go say hi to her. Her mom is so cute. Krista looks just like her mom.
Yeah,
They act exactly alike. Super, super cute. Krista was there giving her amazing suit advice as per usual. I love how in depth she is. I love just how kind and patient, but also to use that same thing, like just the dedication and the passion. You can tell for her, it's not just a rinse and repeat type deal. She's truly customizing it for you. And I appreciate her. I think she's amazing. It was so funny, like some of the girls, like they were just going over, she was going over the importance of a posing suit because that was something that when I first started out, I didn't think it was a big deal.
yeah.
I don't need that, but it's like, you do need it.
And also, like, let's give a shout out to Krista because she's who helps us make this thing possible.
Oh,
Um, she finds the studio, she books it for us, especially because usually we're both in prep at this point. Um, so she does like those back end things, and then we kind of structure how the seminar will go, and like we all make it come together as a whole. But without Krista, we probably wouldn't make it happen, or it would be much harder from Amber and I. So definitely show her some love. If you need a suit, consider her, whether it's a posing suit, a poolside bikini or a stage suit. And she does jewelry as well. And she'll coordinate that for you, help you finalize your full look as far as suit, jewelry, all that stuff. And she'll give you advice on what looks good on stage and what will not, what will translate how you're picturing it, and all of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Because again, you don't know what you don't know, right? And so sometimes we get these wild hair ideas and she'll say, "Hey, well that's not standard. However, if that's what you want," which I mean, that's how I felt. And I was like, "Krista, I have a suit idea. Tell me what you think." And she was like, "No, that's good." I was like, "All right, girl, make it look good." And that's the thing that I love, especially like anybody who's a creative. It always works better when you just leave it to the professional. Just leave it to the professional. Like with your posing, your coach, your glam, all the things, just leave it to the people that know, and it just turns out the best that way.
Yes. If you're dead set on an idea, she'll let you do it. It's your money, you're paying for the thing. But um, many of us think we're educated and just don't know, like, just don't have the resources that would give us even more information. So it's beneficial that she does that. The first suit that I ever ordered was not from Krista. And I just picked what I liked. And the maker didn't say anything and just let me have what I wanted. And I ended up with a purple ombre bikini suit for the bikini division. And I won my class. It wasn't like your suit is not going to like make you lose, but it definitely wouldn't have been a good idea if I had gone to the national level or anything further. Like it wasn't a long-term suit. That's why I don't have it anymore. Because it wasn't standard as far as like what the overall look should be. And while you want to stand out physically and not because of your hairstyle or the jewelry that you're wearing or the suit or heels. So, bringing that all together is very important. And Krista is a master in knowing how that's going to translate. I mean, I've used Krista since 2020. And even in 2024, I asked for a suit, she made it. But then because I'm sponsored, she was like, I made the suit that you asked for, but I don't think it's gonna look right. So I made you a backup suit. And if you don't wear it, it's fine, but I think you'll wear it. And then I wore that all season.
It's like, oh,
But she's usually right. So listen to her feedback. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But that is what your whole team getting you ready for stage should be. That's what your coach should be. It should be a communication back and forth. Your posing coach, communication back and forth. Things that are working, things are not working. And that's what your overall look on stage should be too. Your suit should be a discussion. Your hair and makeup should be discussed, not just what your favorite person looked like or how you like to wear your hair. It needs to be a polished overall, and that's how you get there.
yeah, yeah, I love her. I had a little suit situation last season, and so she gave me a backup suit, and I ended up returning it to her. I was like, "Here you go, thank you so much." And she looks at me and she goes, "Good, because I didn't think this was a good color for you anyway." I was
And
like,
then Amber's pulling it out of the bag. I was like, hey, I like that.
"Yeah, it would look way better on you. It would look way better on you. You should wear it for sure." But I just love the honesty, and again, like having like that's the one thing that this week really just like clicked for me. I understand the importance of a team and support, right? But this week was just kind of like, oh, we gotta do like this is the crew. Like this is the team. Like my heart was so warm. I was so happy. I was tired, but I was like, all in all, this is good. This was like the best week ever. Couldn't have asked for a
Yeah,
better.
it was awesome. Post show, luckily, we got done pretty early. Um, so we went back to the house, let the prep people eat because Amber and Lindsay are in prep. Um, I showered and exfoliated that tan off because if I let it sit on my skin for too long, my skin gets mad at it. Probably just because my pores are clogged, like I don't have an allergy or anything. Um, but I don't want to sit in it all night either. Um, we went to this like burger, or I mean, not burger. pizza and pasta restaurant, like this Italian restaurant. Um, Sal's is what it
Styles,
was
shout out to
called.
Styles in Orlando.
Um,
In
which
Orlando.
Fun fact, I worked at a Sal's in college, not related, like the businesses aren't connected, but um, it was really good. I haven't had pizza in a very long time, and that just sounded good. Um, we ordered too much food, and
Everything on
then
the menu.
the owner gave us too much food.
Well,
Luckily, Zach helped us eat most of it. Like we had a small take-home box that was like one piece of pizza and a little like wrap roll thing. Um, but it was really good. And then Sunday we did the seminar, um, ordered like Brazilian style burgers that evening, which was really good. I just realized I left that milkshake in the fridge at the Airbnb. I didn't really like the milkshake.
okay.
But they didn't give me like a cleaning fee or anything, so we're good.
Yeah.
And then we flew home Monday. So it is nice to be home. The original plan was to fly Monday from Orlando to St. Louis. So it was nice to get home a little earlier, start the rest and recovery sooner, um, and just get back to normal life.
Yeah. So good, so good. So I am, yeah, first month of prep, and it has been pretty freaking good. Zach is my coach now, and he's quite brilliant human being. So that's been interesting. Just us learning each other and learning my body. He's a quick study, that's for sure. So we are already down 5 pounds in a month. So I'm like, okay. I definitely had a moment on Friday where I was like crashing out a little bit because, first of all, I got severely constipated, just like bad, 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 bad. So when you're constipated, I'm not gonna speak for y'all. When I'm constipated, I'm not mentally well. Okay, it's just bad news. And so I stepped on the scale on Friday and I was like, oh, the weight's up. Okay, cool. He wasn't worried about it. I was very much so worried about it. Then finally, the bowels evacuated, and I'm talking like floodgates open, like everything came. I was like, whoa, okay. So Friday, Saturday, he was like, check your weight again on Sunday, let me know. Get on the scale on Sunday. Same thing. And I'm like, so what do we need to do? What do we need to do? And he's like, you're fine. Go to bed, go home, rest. All right, cool. Come home, rest. Dropped 1.6 pounds. I was like, all right, we're good.
All right, let me hush my mouth.
Yeah, let me hush my mouth. I think for me, it's just that fear, which Alexis, she's been telling me forever, but having a shorter prep I've never done before. So in the back of my mind, I'm telling myself I'm behind, but looking at how much my physique has changed just from the beginning of the month till now, and then also it's a totally different body. There's way more muscle. Like I'm not small in areas. So I'm just kind of like, my job is just get lean, shut up and get lean. So that's where we're at. We're moving, we're grooving. I have check-ins tomorrow and we'll see what happens from there. But I'm very, very happy, very pleased.
Yeah, so everything seems to be in a good spot for everyone now. Um, Amber has her list of shows that she's going to be at posted.
Yeah.
You can go to her website and book hair and makeup. If it's not on the list, she's not going there. So,
My people aren't gonna let me go anywhere. Clash is already booked, so that one's June 6th. Well, hold on. At the time of us recording this, it's April 30th. So the next one, Palmetto Classic in Rock Hill. Junior USA's, I have a couple more spots. Clash is gone, and then Universe. So don't don't wait till the last minute. And then Universe, I'm not going to be taking a lot of girls anyway because I have to like mind myself. But get on Alexis's posing schedule. All
yep,
right.
May posing schedule is posted. We're in the thick of it as far as girls prepping, getting ready for stage. So, um, as always, don't wait until the last minute to book your sessions. Get them scheduled, look at your schedule, see what works for you, get on there. There will be a little bit more openings as I'll have a little bit more brain power and stuff, but still plan ahead a bit as you can. Um, I'm open to taking prep and lifestyle clients as well. So you can DM me or email my Onyx coaching link for that. I think that's all the church notes I have.
All right, church notes. That's all I got too. All right, y'all. So we will chat with y'all next week. Do me a favor, DM us some topics you would like for us to hit on because we always have an idea, but it's always better if we can get a gist of what you guys are thinking. So thank you so much for listening or watching on YouTube, and we will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.